All right, I'll ask you a question. Have you seen I don't know, whether on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, the video showing, I don't know, there's a football match in the UK where people are throwing this toys, teddy bears, soft toys. They're throwing it on the field for, for the children in Turkey and Syria. Okay, they're throwing these toys, and the whole field is flooded with soft toys. Okay. Now, have you seen the coverage? Is my question. And obviously, there are people who will say that, wow, such a wonderful thing and all that. But I'll tell you why I'm bringing this topic and how my head works. Number one is they shared with you that amazing coverage, right? People throwing the teddy bears. Fine. But have you seen Al Jazeera post anything about Russia sending people to help them in Syria and Syria or Turkey? They send their volunteers. Did Al Jazeera or any other news outlet cover that Russia has sent their troops or volunteers to help with the, earthquake victims? They didn't mention, and they will not mention. Rather, what they will cover is United States is sending billions in aid, but that billions is actually weapons to fight. They'll cover that. They'll cover Biden shaking hand and giving big long lectures because they want to portray US in a positive light. But Russia, for helping those people, there's no mention. No, I'm coming. I know what you'll say. Loy, you're mixing politics. Wait, listen. India sent troops to help in the rescue mission. Pakistan sent. There's no mention of all that. Okay, fine. Second one. Do you see the amount of coverage that they're giving for Ukraine, the poor people of Ukraine, send weapons? But is there any coverage of poor people in Syria send food? Have you ever asked yourself, why is US not sending aid and troops to the people in Syria? Ever asked yourself? Like, you're sending weapons, money for weapons. Can't you send some money, if not 1 billion? Maybe 100 million for food and water? Food and water, right? Has US any time sent that? No? Okay. I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You can tell me, because sometimes people say, what, this naked guy, half-naked guy, beggar roaming in Thailand, what does he know? So that's why maybe enlighten me. Maybe you know more than me. Maybe you can correct me. UK, that speaks so much on human rights violation in Europe, that speaks on human rights. We are the champions of democracy, human rights. They will lecture China. They will lecture Russia. They will even lecture India. But what about those people in Syria and Turkey? Especially Syria. Okay. Now let's move that. Comment and let me know. Let's move that aside. Let's go for the next one. This one, you saw, no? They threw the teddy bear and toys. Okay. My head was just thinking, if I was a guy in Syria right now, I was in Syria or in Turkey, I have an earthquake, I have a wife and 3 children. We don't have food to eat. We don't have water to drink. Even if you go to toilet, there's no water. Okay? No job, no money. Okay, forget all that. No food and water. So here comes a volunteer and gives me a toy. Here, take a toy. And I give this to my daughter. Yeah, children will be happy. But what about food and water? Like if your child is hungry and thirsty, will the child play with a toy or let's say one bottle of water? I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel the media, no? The more gimmicky something is, the more weird, the more silly, the more stupid. See, I'm not trying to say the people who donated the soft toys are bad people. The intentions are good. But when somebody is hungry and thirsty, with hunger and thirst, they're not thinking of a soft toy. And even worse than that is people who are commenting, sending prayers your way. Sending prayers. Sending blessings your way. Thoughts and prayers. Some people put, may Allah bless you. Some people put, may Jesus bless you, God, or God will bless you. Better than that, just say, I'm not sending, no? Like me, I'm not sending, sorry, not sending. Now you'll say, yeah, better than that, at least give some positive words. My problem is, I believe actions speak louder than words. Fake words, no? I don't do that. I don't believe in the bullshit of words. I mean, just imagine, like for example, you're dying. You're dying. Right now, you're fallen down there. You're dying. And I'm telling you, God will bless you. God will bless you. I don't know, I've been through that, so that's why I'm sharing this with you. And then even more worse than this, first was that throwing the toys, then God will bless you. Even more worse than this is social media influencers, Instagram, they are posing like this, like showing a sexy photograph and thinking about, my thoughts go to Syria and people of Turkey. Oh, okay, all right. So by that sexy photograph, a little bit of cleavage, nice pose, good filter, that's how you think. I'm sure someone in Syria who is no food to eat and water drink looks at that Instagram post, oh wow, thinking of me, wow. See baby, thoughts and prayers, see. And then one below that, which is even more worse, I'm going at different levels, is what my friend experienced. Her old colleague, her old friend who she worked with in the company, she had just put like a post about, please help this family, they are leaving Dubai or Abu Dhabi, I don't know. They're leaving UAE. They have this cat or two cats or whatever. If someone can help them in the foster home. So she posted that. This guy sends her a private message. He says, I never knew you're so shallow and such a bad person or whatever. Imagine that she knows for many years. She knows this guy many years. I don't know whether he's Syrian or Turkey or what. He's saying, I never knew you're so shallow. She's like, excuse me, like what? Like imagine he never said hi to her for a long time and now he says shallow. Says, what did I do wrong? He's saying, children are dying in Syria, people are dying in Syria and Turkey and all that. And you're putting about cats and dogs and all. He's saying, you're such a hypocrite, you're such a this, you're such a that. If you had an iota of shame, you would put about Syria and all that. You at least change your display picture and put support for Syria, support for, by the way, FYI, there is support for France when the France shooting took place. Okay, against the, Charlie Hebdo, united with France in their pain. So there's no support for Syria because Facebook. I don't know, somehow doesn't like Syria. I don't know. Support the Israel, not Palestine, which is obvious because the US. I'm not hating on Palestine or Israel, or I'm just telling you how one-sided the media is. So now he shouted at her and blah blah blah, and she said, I'm doing something which I felt was important to me and my friend. He's saying, what about the children in Syria? Aren't they important? Kept going on and on. And he was insisting, I want you to change it. Why don't you put and show me now? She's like, just because you're asking doesn't mean, okay, I'm requesting change. But why? Why are you forcing someone? It's like me forcing you to do something which you don't want. Yeah, it is good thing for Syrian children. Okay, you're showing unity by your Facebook display picture. Fine, you want to create some awareness. But why are you forcing someone if they don't want? And lo and behold, they broke off. He broke off the relationship because she's a hypocrite. Funny, man, funny. You can't just be neutral. You have to react, Anyway, I don't know what are your views, but I don't see a teddy bear or soft toy feeding a family or a child. I don't think a child, yes, a toy might keep the child happy, but more than the toys, if you had donated some money for food, and but the problem is these charity centers take 98% expense fee, only 2% goes for charity. So that's another issue. Crazy, right? How our world is. And yes, media companies will report over the countries of their choice, USA, Israel. But China is evil. Iran is evil. I'm sure maybe some Arab countries have also sent, but they didn't speak about them. They'll not put anything support for Syria. They'll put support for, in football matches in UK, if you put support for Palestine, it is anti-Semitic. But it's okay to put support Ukraine, right? Ukraine are called freedom fighters against evil Russia. But Palestinians are called terrorists. You don't need to take my word. Just search. I find it very confusing. Instead of living in a world where we see people as human beings, we have to divide. Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Palestine, Israel, Pakistan, India. Game of politics, game of media, viewership, money, eyeballs. What can you say? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You agree, disagree? Alright? You guys take care. Comment down below. Sure. Let me know your thoughts.